All right, so we're going to first pick Nautilus, giving up the not hotfix Smolder. And then we are going to pick Alistair Smolder, just to disengage probably from the Nautilus in case he comes in. You got that Q and W to punt him right back out. Thank you, Corey Ignis. I appreciate you. Back with your tier 1 sub.
A lot, but in the LEC we've seen a little bit more Braum, just a little more counter picks into him.
Yeah, I like it more if they get something like Senna following it up with Kalista, something reliable to win lane. I think Varus is still strong after he got nerfed, but he's not strong enough that they're gonna win lane so hard that Hunter Thieves can't just scale. I think that if I was Hunter Thieves here, I'd be really happy with this draft because they simply aren't losing lane hard enough to justify how hard they outscale.
Yeah.
How hard they get outscaled from an NRG perspective. So we're very happy if I was Hunter Thieves here.
Yeah, Olaf as well for Sniper, knowing the matchup, not wanting to get banned out. He's had such an exciting year. I feel like.
Yeah. Very hype rookie.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and just take Olaf directly into the Renekton so we can all in him if he tries to go in on us. Also, I mean, the Olaf very good at dealing with Varus in the backline because he's not going to get affected by Nautilus or Varus crowd control. So that's a fun pickup right there.
Has made some mistakes.
Season started.
We're going to take Sejuani jungle here.
For the season, like, it's just 1v1.
What? Why are we blinding Veigar?
So whoever kind of has like the advantage over the other top laner will get the edge.
Why would we blind Veigar?
Or who just,
You know, when we used to see Veigar, it was because it was a lot of times he was played into Ahri. The last time that Veigar was meta, because you can just kind of cage Ahri and she can't ult, which is pretty
I love
nice.
hearing that because that was a discussion we had before the year that we haven't really touched back on. But I want to call out. We have a Veigar.
Yes, we have a Veigar pick.
Now, so Hunter Thieves is locked top 2. They can still get first.
It's blind pick as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Why are we saving jungle for R5 and blind picking at Veigar, guys?
Quit styling.
Quid's been having a very good split, but I didn't think he was gonna pick something like this. I was gonna think of like something not like this at all. I mean, Ahri was banned, Karma was banned, Wayne was banned, but like, I don't know, maybe Asir, Ty was banned as well. I mean, there's a lot of chances.
Azir is disabled
Azir
this
is
week because of the
disabled,
ball.
yeah, the buff.
Yeah, true. So I guess control mage picks are a little bit wider, like a little more wide open.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard to pick at this point.
And a question for you: now you're Varus, you're looking at this team.
I think you go poke this game, unless.
So you're just going to play the Corki and farm extremely safely into the mid game. You're playing a poke composition
It's just a little bit better in lane.
with a pretty tanky front line. What is this? What is this mystery jungler? Is it Olaf jungle and this is a flex?
Other than that, a lot of stuff is open. Is this the river?
That would still be fucking weird.
Varus probably not against Corki. Surely it's not Rammus.
Sure.
Also
right.
not.
No.
What?
Nah.
They hovered Shaco earlier. They're actually just going to play Shaco in this game. Why? Hey guys, is Shaco some sort of Ivern counter? This seems shit. Like, okay. All right, guys. All right. The Olaf pick is really strong. Okay. The Olaf pick is good. This is a pick that has been coming up with some frequency. It's especially good when they need to protect the backline, and especially Varus is going to be very vulnerable to an ulting Olaf, particularly if he gets ahead. This is, I don't know what this fucking is. Why are we blinding Veigar? Spiga said Shaco can cheese Ivern. I don't, how? I really don't know anything about this. I really don't know anything about this matchup. So I guess we will see. What they do have is very strong protection for Smolder. In the late game, you have Cage from Veigar and you have Disengage from Alistair. And I guess you have Shaco boxes. The Veigar is very good into the Renekton as well, because you can just put him in the cage. River after said the same, said he wished they had banned Ivern because he could not do anything. Blind, then why did he pick it? They saved, why are they trolling this draft? Like, I don't understand.
Okay, that's it for the draft. Let's send it to the casters.
Let's see what they got to say.
All right, muchas gracias.
Yes! I've been waiting for this since 2017. You remember Moon played Shaco? I was so excited. Moon finally played Shaco. We got a pro Shaco game in the LCS.
Dom spoke to Chase Shaco after this game. Both agreed
We're never gonna see Shaco again. He's
that
finally back. River, I love
River played it completely wrong. I mean, I don't know anything about Shaco matchups, guys.
I do want to get into it because there actually were Shaco buffs recently. It wasn't on this patch, but it was 14.3 where they increased the box damage to jungle, which is very, very helpful. And quickly shout out the Shaco players that I continue to follow, even though I don't main Shaco anymore. But like Chase, Pink Ward in North America, Bombers, Jokebox on EU. I am so excited for
Wake
this.
up, y'all!
We haven't seen it since it was like Worlds with DFM in 2021 was the last like top 4 region or something like that play. Yeah, 2021. Also, like Kanavi played it that year. It was weird. We got a couple of them, but it has been so long. It has been so long since we get into Shaco. All right, now. Big things with Shaco, the beginning of your clear. A lot of times you want to protect the boxes because Shaco has 2 options for double camp clears on red side. If you put 2 boxes in the Raptors, this is one that I see a lot on European West. If you put 2 boxes in the Raptors and then you start on red camp with your other box, then you can do red and just the 2 boxes themselves will kill off all the small Raptors. And the big Raptor will walk over to you while you're at red, and then you can just smite it. And so you don't have to pay attention to it at all, and you can just finish up on the red. But it looks like River, upon getting...
I love how Kobe is secretly a degenerate Shaco player.
The other option for red side, which is really good for solo queue, is putting your boxes on the red and then on Krugs, because Krugs spawn later. And so you can do your red and then just hop over. I personally really like the Raptor one, because it gets your Raptors respawning quicker and sets you up for a nice topside gank. Everybody's question mark pings. Of course, this game actually does matter, like the desk was talking about, where if 100 Thieves win and FlyQuest have to lose, then this would be 100 Thieves first place. So let's take a look for it. He put all 3 boxes here on the blue because he got pushed out on red side. Didn't want to mess around with any of those. So you get your super quick start to it. With the buffs to the boxes, super nice, and he's already going for some River invade. Does get seen on the ward.
He's going to deceive over the wall. It goes straight for the red buff. Contracts should know that is what he's going for, but Contracts is still...
Yeah, but he saw a smite. He can't do anything about it.
The only hope that he has is if maybe he can get in range and try to smite the red buff, but he has to be careful because he's...
I think he gets there in time.
They're calling who he over.
Oh, he does get there in time? What?
He tries to walk behind it. He gets the backstab. He claims the red buff. Does he deceive out of there? But he's got nowhere else to run. He's going to buy some time. But
what?
He will go down. And River Shaco, not off to the greatest start. It's a first blood for NRG.
It's happening again. This is moving.
Oh my god.
I'm going to have to wait another 7 years.
Do you have any tips for getting into broadcasting work in esports? As a technician on the TV station, I would look at Riot's partner Gravity Media because they're hiring in Seattle and Dublin right now for production jobs. So I would look at Riot's. I mean, I'd look at the ESL/Faceit jobs. I'd look at Gravity Media's jobs and Riot's jobs.
It's a little different with Shaco versus Ivern here, as both of these guys are be wanting to farm camps. But the question is River going to be playing more to invade rather than to gank lanes?
Yes. Yes, he is. That is the question. That is the answer.
Yeah, I have watched Top Esports. Yeah, they look good.
Cleared out his full blue quadrant, though. So the job's already done there. Shields him off. No problems here for Contracts. NRG, good job, collapsing. They know River. They know River's...
He just go to enemy red through Dragon Pit without notice. Yeah, he clearly didn't know they had put a ward there.
They had the ward here.
Pretty silly.
The invade come. Nice little.
Now he's super delayed.
Let's see what they can do for it. Honestly,
Gave up first blood.
Getting the kill, even though it did
They're lucky it went to Nautilus.
I mean, that's your smolder lane down there, 400 Thieves. That's supposed to be like your late game insurance. They're like, okay, if our Shaco pick goes crazy and bad, at least we'll be able to rely on a smolder later, right? Well, as long as you don't feed too many kills into the NRG bottom lane and make it even more difficult for the smolder to keep up stacks, then yes, that will be the game plan.
Hook onto Alum, but he should be fine just walking on out thanks to the Aftershock passive. Oh, this could actually get dicey here. Huhi is going to flash to guarantee the root from the passive. Ayla punts FBI away. Alum, but he should be fine.
Make it even more difficult for the smolder to keep up stacks, then yes, that will be the game plan.
Wow, nice hook.
Then yes, that will be the game plan.
Super good hook.
Hook onto Alum, but he should be fine just walking on out thanks to the Aftershock passive. Oh, this could actually get dicey here. Huhi is going to flash to guarantee the root from the passive. Ayla punts FBI away, waiting to maybe flash the arrow. Great timing, but another dredge line means that Ayla still goes down. River's going to be here to answer for the gank. Meech has already been chunked to 50% HP, and River now realizes that gank might not be successful.
It's every passing second, we're getting less and less likely to see
To answer flash to
game.
Yeah, the crazy thing is because he got the double buffs,
hook onto Ayla.
even though the red buff slow was nerfed a little bit, like, it still sucks.
Is going to flash to guarantee the root from the passive. Ayla punts
Right, and the red buff falls off right now, but he's already dead.
maybe flash the arrow. Great timing, but another dredge line means that Ayla still goes down. River's going to be here to answer for the gank.
I think they thought they could get out, but
Onto Alum, but he should be fine just walking on out thanks to the Aftershock.
like Meech doesn't have W up.
Dicey here.
It's on cooldown and he uses E.
Guarantee the root from the passive. Ayla punts FBI away, waiting to maybe flash
W comes back up, but it's just too late. I mean, what is Meech supposed to do? He's a fucking level 3 Smolder, guys. Smolder doesn't do things at level 3. He's just a flying turd.
might not be successful.
A winged turd, if you will.
Every passing second, we're getting less and less likely to see another Shaco in the LCS. the bottom lane off of the extra kill. Now they got another one, and Smolder's 50% HP under tower. You're gonna get dove.
I mean, FBI does
Now River is just going to get tortured in his own jungle.
stay under the tower, cannot help River get invaded by contract.
Yeah, at the very least, Meech does have flash, so he can outplay under tower. Nautilus doesn't have flash anymore because he used it to go after Alistar, so at least Meech got to keep farming there and stays under tower and get a couple of extra stacks. But yeah, let's see about the bounce back here. 400 Thieves. At least River was able to get.
Oh, that was close. Does he look to the undertow? He pops the ghost. He wants to get in range. Flash connects.
Okay.
Sniper! This guy just.
100 Thieves. At least River was able to get.
Oh, that was close. Does he look to the undertow? He pops the ghost. He wants to get in range. Flash connects. Sniper!
He hits 6 off of that, too.
Thieves. At least River was able to get.
Oh, that was close. Does he look to the undertow? He pops the ghost. He wants to get in range. Flash.
400 Thieves. At least River was able to get.
Oh, that was close. Does he look to the undertow? He pops the ghost. He wants to get in range. Flash.
Oh, dude, the flash from Dokla.
When it comes to solo kills.
Oh, he's got the ghost, so he just runs on in, flash auto, gets the level up, finishes off the wave. Look at the wave dying to the tower. Wait a second, contracts.
Sniper is a very fun player to watch.
Here for Olaf.
Ragnarok, can he survive the
No,
wave?
he doesn't even.
Taking down
Why would he use it?
resistance to make sure that Sniper cannot
Yeah,
maximize
he's
the
dead there. He
chance.
doesn't.
Torch on
Popping it would be a mistake.
Okay, so at least they get the trap kill there for NRG on the way out.
Lost so much CS into that turret, though.
Bolo did use both of his summoner spells to do it. He decides to hold on to his ultimate here and not try and run out. He figured, they probably have enough damage anyway, even if I use it. So he holds onto that.
I think that's smart because he can all in the Renekton immediately again with the item advantage.
Sniper moves on through and
Have I watched the new FX Shogun? No, I need to watch it. I am gonna watch it.
looks like Sniper will get here pretty quickly, loses 2 melees because
I haven't had a chance yet.
from who
I
he
saw Dune 2 this weekend though.
But not too bad for him. He'll be very happy still with that outcome.
So let's do a quick status check. You already mentioned that if the Shaco pick does not pan out great in the early game, 100 Thieves are depending on kind of the late game aspect. The Smolder is the insurance.
Dune 2 is much better than the first Dune movie. Our next 4-play arc, by the way, guys, is Denis Villeneuve. So we are going to talk about a bunch of his films. And that should be fun. Dune 2, I mean, I'm a fan of the books, so I'm pretty picky, and I thought Dune 2 was very good.
The Vagar and the Smolder that you're talking about, a lot of their late game scaling does a lot.
I didn't like the first new Dune movie either, but Dune 2 is real good. It's much better than the first one. I still wish, what I will say about the movies is I still wish that it had been like a 10-episode miniseries, because they rushed through a lot of important character development in the first film, and they like left out Mentats entirely, which is, if you read the books, is really fucking weird. But the pacing of Dune 2 is much better, and there's a lot more conversations and character development.
River gets his Profane Hydra. By the way, the Hell of Blades and Lethality build for Shaco is so fun for solo queue right now. Profane Hydra is in a very good spot for solo queue. Burst damage galore. If he's in
My buddy lent me 6 books, and I'm on the 4th. I mean, really, the first 4 books. I've only read the first 4. There are more books, but they're not written by the original author. They're written by his son or other people. And so the rest of the books, as I understand it, beyond the 6, are kind of shit.
They got to keep focused in this game. They've got Dragon number 1. They have a slight gold lead here, despite the top lane difference.
And another reason why NRG want to focus up in this game, not just for the sake of the game save, but because if they beat 100 Thieves, the uncertainty is over. They no longer have to worry or care whether Shopify wins their game against Cloud9 later today, because NRG will be locked into playoffs. There will still be tiebreakers.
Yeah, they did leave out the Mentat arc, which is weird. Have I seen Poor Things? No, not yet. But I am a fan of Yorgos Lanthimos, so I will be watching that. I'm a fan of, Favorite Lobster, Killing of a Sacred Deer. I like his work a lot, so I am excited to watch that one as well.
It's going to attract junglers, I would assume, because Dokla's just getting whittled down here.
This is scary. Dokla, nice call of the Meek, empowered onto the minion wave, gets some healing back.
Gets the touch on Sniper as well there, so evens up the health bars, but River gets in here for the early vision. Ivern Hover from Contracts just out of vision, ready for any sort of aggressive play. They are expecting it, but again, the burst damage, if River gets in there with the Olaf, brushes are used by Iverns. They're kind of spammed for vision because they give you really good vision.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the biggest tools there, so that's why we got the Ivern vision on the top brush. They were
So I'm just going to play around Sniper winning the top side.
keeps on checking all these corners.
I mean, you can't play around a Smolder lane anyway. Ganking it does nothing. You just lose. So they're just leaving the Smolder alone while Ayla goes top side.
Completely demolished Dokla in the top lane.
The Avengers have come to take down Dokla. No chance there, and with the Shaco ultimate also invested, I mean, I guess you can count it as 5 up there to make sure that they continue on with that one. If we count that as a gank, holy moly, that is a team gank right there.
They brought all the fans for Dokla to sign. But what's worse for
Who was miscast in the first Dune movie? Duncan Idaho. Jason Momoa is not good in that role.
He lost to so many minions. Now great hook by Huhi and Meech.
Smolder is such a fucking winged turd.
In real time, Meech was like, all right, I got this. I'm going to fake dodge the hook.
Jessica is fucking... Rebecca Ferguson is very good as Jessica.
And he nails him.
I think she's really good, and she's especially good in Dune 2.
Next fight, and they've got some extra gold for the kill.
Things are starting off well for NRG. They have diffused the Shaco pick for now.
Yeah, I mean, the level 2 invade and the ward there is really the only thing that went super wrong for him. Obviously, you would love to be able to counter jungle and Ivern. You would love to be able to get an earlier kill with the ignites on solo queue. If everyone's taking this into solo queue after this, then you do want to get one of those early kills off of your ignite. But Not too shabby. Once you get to your Profane Hydra, he's going to be a real threat. Howie.
A lot of damage. River.
But Doa and I are going to do Nerd Legion on Dune 2 this week, guys. We're recording it tomorrow morning, so I'll talk more about it there. So subscribe to the Culture channel if you want to listen to our conversation or about other
Damage thresholds.
Villeneuve movies, which are coming up on Foreplay.
Yeah, I mean, it's always worth pushing them out because even if you don't get the kill, you get turret play money, full access here. Slowly whittling.
I love how poor this Shaco is. He's like actually poorer than this fucking Nautilus.
They did get the 3 first grubs, so
Because he's been on the map actually picking up kills and shit.
really nice play there from Quid. Lands everything. He got the stun, gets the combo, unleashes ult, and ult guarantees him 2 of those turret plates, and that
I have not done the G2 games yet, Albin.
that they have with the 2 stacking champions.
Tattooed Oni, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. I do appreciate your subscriptions / YouTube memberships, guys.
A little bit slower, but I guess Quid is like, don't worry, I got you. I'm also scaling.
That's right.
One of our 2 investment in scaling plans will work out.
And it would be.
Are we planning to do an LFN Culture episode on animated works? We've already done a bunch of animated shows. We did Tokyo Godfathers, we did Scavenger's Reign, we did Blue Eye Samurai. We've done a bunch of animated stuff already.
So many times throughout the spring split, have to remind ourselves that in his debut summer split last year, so many people were wondering, does he belong in the LCS? Does he deserve another chance? 100 Thieves.
Yeah, nobody wondering that anymore.
Nope, not anymore.
Now people are wondering, do I put him first on my All-Pro?
Does he
for
get
mid lane?
MVP?
Probably do. Put
He
him
is
up
making a
there.
damn strong case this split. As the Dragons have been started up by 100 Thieves. Boxes
Yeah, Quid has been much better.
Who he tries to connect onto Meat, but the fear from the box interrupts halfway through, and who he just might go down to Quid. As the Dragons have been started up by 100 Thieves. Boxes are set up. The flash from who he
So Hui does not have any MR outside of boots right now. And they are legitimately just walking straight into this. Dokla is very concerned about this Shaco in the pit. And here comes the Olaf. I mean, this is the real power of this composition, guys. This is the real power of this composition that we discussed. Is that you've got the 2 boxes here, so they can peel in the back line for Quid and Meech, rather. And then all of a sudden, they're going to be able to burst Hui down using Veigar ultimate, and Sniper is just left onto the backside here. I mean, he gets in line for the flank. Look at where he's coming from, too. I mean, he's in mid lane. They know exactly where he is. And yet, they engage onto Meech.
making a damn strong case this split. As the Dragons have been started up by 100 Thieves. Boxes are set up. The flash from who he tries to connect onto Meech, but the fear from the box interrupts halfway through.
And this is terrifying, right? You have a Ghost Flash Olaf with ult up on onto your and he holds off on popping the ult for a hell of a long time. There's no threat. There's no threat onto the back line. There's every threat onto the back line here. You can't just give the Olaf the flank for free. I mean, they see him. They see him right here. And you're not going to outrun the Ghost ulting Olaf. Like, you can't engage faster onto this side. Especially when that's your engage right there. Nautilus hook, and he just dies. I don't know. That is some wacky positioning for NRG. You also do not have to flip the game at this Drake. You could, in fact, just push mid lane right now. There's nothing that says you have to go in on this fight. Like, I get that you're afraid of Smolder scaling. And so maybe you feel like you need to get dragon stacks.
Still time, Kobe.
Beautiful boxes bait right there. I gotta say, lining up the boxes by Dragon, and then who he hooks right in. 100 Thieves just trap them at the Dragon. Quid lays down the cage. I mean, you got such a nice early game from this Veigar. Quid is rolling in the money right now. There it is. You get the hook in, box pops, he gets turned around on, you get the ultimate off, and Quid executes him. Then Sniper from the other side. Olaf runs down the backside. River.
I like how Palafox just has to run away from Olaf, gets stunned, gets exhausted, Valks into the pit, which doesn't save him, and then he flashes over, even though Meech still has E up. So he just wasted his subs.
And it just turns into a massacre. 100 Thieves. Oh, guess what? Profane Hydra's also done. Nice. Maybe we get to see some highlights now from Shaco.
Yeah.
Some real burst damage in action because FBI has no flash now. Palafox has no flash now. Those are the two guys you're looking to get your really big chunks on.
And one thing I want to see River do is the way that Shaco passive works, for those that might not know, is you do more damage when you damage a champion when their back is turned towards you, called backstab. So if NRG keep that in mind, assuming the fight is not chaotic enough, can NRG remind themselves always face Shaco so that River doesn't get the empower damage? His bot lane, there's a dive, and good God, Dokal is just gone again.
Sniper and Quid, baby.
The burst, dude, from the Veigar and the Olaf is so crazy. Olaf E and Veigar ult.
A little bit of juke here. They just played down to their bottom side that already won. Honestly, you just keep pushing bottom. Veigar, freest game ever. 5 stacks on his Rod of Ages.
Oh, this is scary contracts. Dokla just died on the bottom side of the map, and the collapse from Quid could have made things dicey for them. NRG have to cede control of this entire bottom quadrant. River's gonna take it all.
Yes, sir. Red buff taken away. Top side, they get the reset. So Sniper was sent up top side after they killed bottom. He's going to go answer the Corki push. You don't want to let the Corki scale either too freely.
Is Veigar supposed to have 175 stacks at 15 minutes? That's quite a few.
Some problems, though, is if Corki did get super fed, got the Merman transform. But Palafox would need a lot of gold for the poke to be a real hindrance to 100 Thieves. So
I mean, usually you want like 150 at 15. Like 10 per minute is pretty standard, I believe. So he's ahead of the curve. Let's put it that way. He's ahead of the curve for 16 minutes. Almost at 190. But I mean, he was really, I mean, he could just free farm in this Corki lane. Remember that NRG opted into this. It was a blind pick Veigar.
Quid is just getting the auto attacks down onto this turret. Rest of NRG might just try to cut off Quid. River already completed his back, but Quid is already making his way out of there. Should be safe. Next objective for the taking is going to be a mountain dragon, which will spawn in 2
Has Smolder exceeded Yumi levels of boring for you yet? I mean, it's pretty boring.
To make those vision plans.
an easy play here from
He's such a flying turd early that he's boring to watch in the early game, and then when he comes online, he's still boring to watch because he just free wins the game.
Gets it, finishes off another outer here. So 100 Thieves get a lot more area to play with on their side lane push here. And now they can go back, clear out all.
Just got done listening to the EG Files Part 1. As someone who only became aware of esports in 2014, it's great to listen to everything that happened back then. Yeah, I'm glad. That's why we're doing the history of it. Because I think it's important to go all the way back for this one for people who are not as familiar with the earlier days of EG.
On Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a lot of days. Just making sure that everyone at home knows. And this will not be the last time you hear of this, so I'll be saying it a lot throughout the broadcast.
All right, we got the Shurelya's done for Quid as well on the Veigar with Ghost plus Flash plus Shurelya's. This will be the fastest Veigar that you have ever seen. And I hope that's... Oh, no, he's got an amp tome. So he's not going for a third item, Death Cap. The only thing is, like, because Death Cap multiplies your AP from your passive too, it is always such a massive Veigar item. But
yeah,
honestly, Quid, you can do whatever you want, bro. I've got faith in you. 3 kills for himself.
He's getting Shurelya's just to power up Olaf. This is fucking hilarious.
level from that as well. And 100 Thieves, they have plenty of
Just Roa Shirelias. It's all about this Olaf. I mean, I kind of love it because if he can get into the back line,
Dokla, I feel so bad
he's
for him.
incredibly powerful. He just runs down the Corki and the Varus.
Had to power through it, still play for the team, and then every
Why don't teams just ban Smolder? I don't know. Why don't they?
people constantly to dive him, to pick him off in side lanes.
Because they think they can beat it up early.
Something here for NRG.
And they probably play games and scrims where Smolder's like 0 and 12 at 20 minutes into the game because people are like limit testing Smolder in lane. And then they get into a professional game and they're like, oh, Smolder only died one time. And now he has 225 stacks at 22 minutes into this game. Which he's definitely not going to have this game. But I was reviewing Teddy playing Smolder on DRX versus Africa, or Kwangdong, excuse me, Kwangdong Freaks yesterday, and Teddy was like getting bopped, and he had 225 stacks at 22 minutes and just hard won the game. It was dumb.
Okay, I guess now we're looking at Smolder Watch. Definitely a lot slower stacking this time around.
Do I think BLG is better than Gen G? No, not right now.
Isn't too much cause for concern.
Did I ever want to be a game designer? No. I don't know much about game design, honestly, guys.
Well, Quid burst damage plus a Vagar ultimates is going to be
I prefer more the intellectual exercise of watching this as I would as a sports analyst. You know what I mean?
has a lot of pain to look forward to. Maybe contracts shields will be
Do you think if they just extended the threshold to 300? Yeah, but they also have to make it playable for fucking bads in solo queue. Because they designed the champion to be playable by bads. So I think it's rough. Because the goals of this champion are clearly, like Yumi, to enable bad players to do things.
they slowly move up. They use these Ivan
And enable players to feel powerful even if they are absolute dog shit at laning.
board placement for themselves, so they have some options. We did at least for Palfox get that Muramana transformed. Spear of Sojin is done as well.
Oh, hook on the Ayla, forced to immediately pop the ultimate. It's going to be huge for the next fight if NRG force one around this Baron. Contract stuck in the cage. The Event Horizon's going to keep him locked in, but already popped Daisy to make sure he had a bodyguard there. 100 Thieves can try to be patient with this one.
Yeah, honestly, I'll start with that ultimate is definitely a liability, but because 100 Thieves have so much control of the map right now, I think
100 Thieves are just chilling. Like, they can basically sit here and Vagar Smolder scale infinitely, and they will perpetually have backline access. Olaf even just has Ravenous Hydra and Hexplate now, so that he can have even more backline access with more ultimate ability haste.
It's already pre-channeled though, so he should be able to go over there and snag it. At least get NRG some fighting chance here. There we go.
Things are so tense
My
here.
thick chic.
Reminder, 100
I am doing well, and you're welcome for creating the dope elephant content. We try.
have to depend on them winning as well as FlyQuest losing. His contracts is forced to flash, gets caught out by River and Quid, but Hui is here for the collapse. Hallucinate already used by River. They try to flash right on top of Quid, but no one is there to follow up, and the Event Horizon is going to keep him stuck. And meanwhile, Sniper just completely took down Palbox in the mid lane. Another kill goes over to Quid. NRG are falling to pieces. The Event Horizon is going to keep him. Gets caught out by River and Quid, but Hui is here for the collapse. Hallucinate already used.
I mean, he just getting caught out a million times this game. Thank you, Mythic Sheik. I appreciate your tier 1 subscription.
Are falling to pieces. 100 Thieves are tearing them apart.
It's a massacre. 100 Thieves are rolling them over with Shaco Jungle. Quinn gets flashed on again.
But the Event Horizon keeps Oakland from being in range, but FBI
Comet.
has the damage necessary to finally.
Doesn't matter, though. They're just going to go for Baron.
But 100 Thieves know that Contracts is gone, and they are burning down the Baron.
Oh man, 100 Thieves are just having fun. Sniper here. Ever since the beginning of the game, I mean, he was so confident. He went for the solo kill onto Dokla under tower. Both summoner spells used. He got a really big lead for himself, and he never looked back. With the Hydra plus the experimental Hexplate as well, he used that to run down Palfox in mid lane. Now Palfox wants some revenge.
Uh-oh. Dokla, help! There's a giant Viking! He pops the Ragnarok! He looks to burn down the Does he look for two? Hui's brought along for help, but the Ragnarok is immune to the CC! He's burning him down! The lifesteal
Dude, Sniper's mechanics are really good. Like, it is hard to move auto as Olaf gets faster attack speed come from his passive like that. That's tough, man. To max that damage. Like, I know it doesn't seem that impressive, guys, but that is hard to do. Because he's also, like, canceling his autos right there to get the faster animation. Quid's fucking loving it. Dude, that is hard to do.
You gotta bring more to take down Sniper. The whole team for NRG started moving up there. Sniper turns and fights. He's good for 2.
Like, very, very good orb walking, I think, by Sniper. Not that many Olaf mechanics, guys, as it turns out. Oh, dodge the Q. Oh.
Takes him out. NRG are really fighting for their lives right now.
100 Thieves are having so much fun in the last game of their season, which does have implications for if they finish first. This is what I love to see from a first-place team. They're truly loving League of Legends. And here is how he got the solo kill. Okay, it was a really good brush advantage from Sniper, waiting in that little brush inside your jungle. Palafox was trying to rotate over to mid lane. Just really good little surprise play from him to get the first kill. And then we already saw like the beginnings of that team fight on bottom side that led to the other one.
I mean, basically everything about this team composition is just to empower Sniper there. The Olaf pick was very good here.
I've seen this. Wait, oh, it's just. I thought this was live.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I got baited. I was like, there's no way this is deja vu all over the game.
I thought you were just like, oh, don't show it to me again because it was so brutal. But here we go, Baron.
Oh, 3-man knockup from Ayla. Mom comes in from the top rope. Sniper finds the first one. Contract is not long for this world as well. The undercover deployment, but he takes out Hui anyway. And the Baron should be theirs to claim.
Sniper is 3 levels higher than Renekton, than Dokla.
Into the backstab. Dokla tries to fight off Sniper. They find one thanks to the help of Palafox. He Valkyries out, but I don't know if Dokla can get out alive from the rest of 100 Thieves members.
Shaco did nothing this game, guys. He put boxes down just in case their backline got flanked.
Not quite yet, but he doesn't need the execute. It's just enough damage to take out Dokla.
Look at Quid. He's not even done. Quid's not even done.
Oh God, the event horizon. Where does it go? Oh my God, it's just a primordial burst.
Outplayed, sucker.
Are 100 Thieves still frauds? Absolutely, guys.
Take a victory lap. Honestly.
Did you see the beginning of this game? It's a good draft from a, well, okay. The Shaco, I don't know what it was supposed to do. The blind pick Veigar is sus. But the Olaf was a strong pick in this composition, and the Olaf got very big advantages. Right? But like, if they were playing a team that was world class and they fucking grief at level 2 with the jungler like they did, I think you have a lot of problems, right? Like, their jungler didn't do anything this game. Also, NRG just gave them free access to the backline at that Drake fight that they did not have to fight. And so Sniper got incredibly fed.
Man, this is just cool. You know,
it actually is cool. Like, I don't think we've ever shown another replay of the same thing. Like, I think we have a big Sniper fan in the production.
Is he gonna mute on him again? Okay, not quite.
Oh my God.
That's why they're showing it again. They really wanted to get the dances in. Sniper's been so fun to have in the LCS. Celebrating his wins, celebrating the victories.
Now, Monka W, Olaf is right. You see him charge out of the bush, and you are just praying the Ragnarok runs out before he takes you out. 100 Thieves, I mean, this roster...
Who is more fraud, KT or 100 Thieves? I mean, technically 100 Thieves got second place in the LCS, so it's more of an indictment on the LCS rather than anything else. You know what I mean? We didn't expect KT to be like a top, a top 2 team, and they are not a top 2 team, right? They're pretty much exactly where we expected KT to be with this roster.
And JoJo was talking about them being overrated as well. But 100 Thieves keep
So,
winning.
if the thing is though, is anybody actually going to beat 100 Thieves in playoffs? Cloud9 probably should, right? But unfortunately, I don't think anybody else has played well enough to take down 100 Thieves, really. It's mostly that LCS is just like this team should not be good enough to be top 2.
HP. Each has the execution ready. Mom, once again, find the knock on the con already forcing Doko to pop the dominance.
I just love how useless Shaco is.
He's not getting out of this one, so 5v4 for NRG. Maybe they can hold the line, but 2 inhibitors have already fallen from 100 Thieves. My mistake is only just 1 inhibitor, but they're making short work on the top side of the map. Sniper pressing the charge. Here comes Ayla. They find the knock on the contracts. He flashes out. Ignite ticking down. Quid and Meech still holding the line as well alongside Ayla. He goes in for the knockup, but Meech has the execution ready. Mom once again comes through, and they get the inhibitor. They're trying to walk it out now. Quid sub 50% HP. Those 100 Thieves will make it out.
The only thing that's really hurting my heart this game is that there's no death cap for Veigar. He is going into tank items now too after the re-entries. Probably a dead man's to look for picks. I think it's Quid. Quid is like, you know, and make picks for the rest of my team so that the other players can get more credit as well.
What a team player, Quid.
My guy.
Now we're on to Dead Man's Plate for Quid, so he just gets super tanky
Play you're looking for. River here.
and fast
He's the
with
one
Shurelias.
we need to lift up, actually. So make some picks for him because Shaco.
Who are your all-pro mids for LCS? I mean, JoJo has been individually good, especially in lane guys. So it's probably like Quid, JoJo.
What is it, the Cyclosword?
I don't even know where you go. Quid, JoJo, Jensen, probably.
And the extra serrated Dirk here. Only problem is contracts. This pesky Ivern is hovering around everyone. You know, like, these shields are so annoying, man. Let me just get a solo on like Palfox or something.
Yeah, River just wants to one-shot someone without any counterplay whatsoever, and Contracts is making that job very difficult. Also, the lock and shield from Hui, he times
I think I'd probably go JoJo first.
Spot an inhibitor just might fall from 100 Thieves.
JoJo, Quid, Jensen, probably.
That's that. All 3 inhibitors have been taken out, so double super minions will be pouring into the base.
Yeah, they will. And all of 100 Thieves are going to be pouring into the base. You're going to get 200 Thieves here pretty soon.
Sniper forces to pop the Ragnarok to avoid the chain of corruption. Bomb once again comes through the top. Sniper is able to evade danger here. River pops the clone from Hallucinate. Buy some time. They're waiting. Oh, Quid forced to flash away from the dredge line. Rain uses the summoner spell there. Pops up Event Horizon. Tries to buy space. They're playing around the boxes to see if NRG get too close and get feared by one of these boxes here. Ayla gets engaged on who he forced to flash. The depth charge connects on the Quid, but he's able to distance himself well. Palafox still has the package available. He wants to look for a desperation. Hail Mary looks for Meech, but he's also forced to flash. A lot of summoner spells being burned by 100 Thieves, but no deaths.
All right, let's
Just reset for Baron now, though.
of an epic
20 seconds.
make the comeback even more.
Oh, next Baron. Okay, just
Yeah, this is the smart play. You're going to have the ability to get Soul, Baron, and have all inhibs down, basically. So then you get the final push in. This should be it.
right onto Ayla and gets stunned up. Doesn't even pop the ultimate because he doesn't care. Takes a lot of poke from FBI in the back end of it. Dredge line does not connect on the Quid. With the movement speed, Ayla forces the engage. The first next counter.
Has you seen the C9 game yet? I will do that game. Probably not today, guys, but I might do it tomorrow.
Dopla's forced back. Palafox and FBI keeping their distance.
I want to get to some of these G2 games
100
today.
Thieves will strip fade away from NRG's hands as they look to try and fight for first seed against FlyQuest.
All smiles there.
I mean, 100 Thieves is a fun team to watch, guys. I just don't think that they're that great of a team.